Good day. Today our topic is sequencing. Yesterday we discussed about processing in jobs through two machines. Today we have to have move another topic. That topic is processing in jobs through three machines. How can we solve? Let's see. For understanding processing n jobs through three machines, I utilize this problem. The problem is there are five jobs, each of which must go through three machines, which are A, B, and C. In the order A, B, and C, processing time in minutes are given below. For example, if I consider job 1, the processing time with the machine A is 40 minutes, with the machine B is 50 minutes, and with the machine C is 80 minutes. Likewise, for 5 jobs, the data is available with this table. But the question is, determine the sequence for the 5 jobs that will minimize elapsed time. So how can we solve this problem? Let's see. The procedure. First, you identify the smallest processing time for machine A is at least as great as largest processing time as machine B. So, we have to have identify the minimum processing time, the smallest processing time which is available with the machine A. According to our problem, there are three machines, machine A, machine B, and machine C. In that, I can see the machine A. According to this, which one is minimum 40, 90, 80, 60, and 50 available? The minimum is 40. So that I wrote like minimum AI is equal to 40. So then I have to have identify the smallest processing time for machine C is at least as great as largest processing time for machine B. So that I have to identify the minimum machining time with processing time with the C. So here 80, 100, 60, 70 and 110 available. From these 60 is the minimum. Likewise I wrote minimum CI is equal to 60. Why I consider this thing? Yes, the conditions for considering three machine problems are minimum AI should be greater than or equal to maximum of BI, and we can examine other condition also. That condition is minimum of CI should be greater than or equal to maximum of BI. So if the problem satisfy any one of the conditions, the problem can be solved with a two machine problem, as like two machine procedure. Okay, here for this reason I already identify minimum AI is equal to 40, minimum CA is equal to 60. Here what is maximum BI? For checking this condition, I should identify maximum of BI. For the reason I compare 50 with the machine B, 50, 60, 20, 30 and 40 available. If I compare both the things with each other means I can get 60 as the maximum. So that I wrote like maximum BI is equal to 60. The first condition is minimum of AI should be greater than or equal to maximum of BI. Here you see minimum of AI is 40, maximum of BI is equal to 60. So minimum of AI is lesser than minimum of maximum of BI. So this condition is not satisfied. So I wrote like minimum of AI does not greater than or equal to maximum of BI. So then I have to go move to next step, which is the condition is minimum of CI should be greater than or equal to maximum of BI. Here you see minimum of CI is equal to 60, maximum of BI is equal to 60. So this condition is satisfied because minimum of CI 60 is equal to maximum of BI 60. So this condition is satisfied. So that have to have convert this three machine problem it into two machine problem. How can I convert? Yes, I can utilize the formula xi is equal to ai plus bi and yi is equal to bi plus ci. Likewise I can convert. The problem is satisfied any one of these conditions, the three machine is converted into two machine problem with the this equation xi is equal to ai plus bi and yi is equal to bi plus ci. After that the problem can be solved by usual method. So now I have to calculate what is the processing time with xi, the conversion equation, and ya. Yes, here you see machine A processing time with the job 1 is 40 and the machine B processing time with the job 1 is 50. So that 40 plus 50 I can get 90. Similarly 90 plus 60 I can get 150. The 80 plus 20 is equal to 100. 60 plus 30 is equal to 90. 50 plus 40 is equal to 90. Likewise, I rearrange the table with respect to the formula. After that, I have to identify another yi is equal to bi plus ci. Here, the first job consumes with the machine B is 50 as the processing time, 80 as the processing time with the machine C. So that 50 plus 80 I can get 130. After that 60 plus 100 is equal to 160. 20 plus 60 is equal to 80. 30 plus 70 is equal to 100. 40 plus 110 is equal to 150. Likewise, we may rearrange the table or alter the 3 machine table it into 2 machine problem. Likewise, now I changed the 3 machine problem into 2 machine problem. What is the next step? Here I utilize this procedure, Johnson algorithm procedure, for solving this sequencing problem. Here you see the problem processing time, 2 machine processing time I converted. What is the first step in the procedure of 2 machine problem? Because I convert the 3 machine problem it into 2 machine problem. So I utilize as usual method with the 2 machine problem. So that first I have to identify the minimum processing time available with this table. Okay, according to this table, the 80 is the overall minimum value, but it is lying on YA machine, so that I can allocate from right hand to left side, because the minimum processing time is available with the second machine, so that I allocate 3 with the right hand side. After that, which one is second smallest machining time? Yes, which is 90, which is lying on xi, so that I can allocate this job it into left hand side from a machine side. So I can schedule here, sequencing here. Okay, the initial sequence available with this box here. So left hand to right hand side I started. What is the next minimum value? Yes, fourth job with the xi machine has the next minimum, so that I can allocate the left hand side to right hand side, because which is available with the a machine side, so that I allocate here. The next is 4. After that, with the balance, which one is minimum? I deleted first, third and fourth. The balance is second and fifth job only available. The minimum with the balanced job, the 90, which is available with the fifth job and a machine, which is a xi machine, so that I can allocate from left hand side to right hand side, which is 5 on this sequencing table. After that, balance only one available, which is job 2. The job minimum time, the balance only second, so that I automatically allocate here the second sequencing. Okay, which is the sequencing procedure that is available with the Johnson algorithm procedure. Here I re-alter the sequence 1, 4, 5, 2, 3. Likewise, I sequence the job 1, 4, 5, 2, 3. That what I get from Johnson algorithm, I wrote like this 1, 4, 5, 2, 3. Now I started to write the machine A processing time. Here you see, yes, machine A processing time is started with 40. So that initially machine A with job 1 is 0. After that I add this 40 processing time with this 0, 0 plus 40 I got After that, machine B accepts the job after completing with the machine A. So that machine B accepts and start with the 40 minutes. After that, in machine B, the 50 minutes is the processing time. So that I can add 40 plus 50 is equal to 90. After, without delaying, the machine C is started. 90 is the entering time of job 1 into machine C, so that 90, and then the processing time of machine C is 80. 90 plus 80, 170. Likewise, I can write the sequencing minute for job 1 with all machines, that are machine A, machine B and machine C. And according to our sequence identification, fourth job is the next sequence, so that I give input to the machine A. At what time? Yes, if the first job completed at the 40th minute of processing time, so that I can enter the job 4 into machine A as a 40 minutes entering time. So after that, I check in table what is the processing time of a fourth job in machine A is 60. So that I add 40 plus 60, I can get 100. After that, I have to have compare the machine A processing time, completion time 100, but in machine B the processing completion time is 90. If I compare 100 with 90, which one is maximum? 100 is the maximum. So that 100, after completing the job with the machine A only, I can give the input to machine B. So that 100 minutes is the starting processing of time of machine A. So I can give the input as 100. After that, what is the processing time with the machine B? Yes, 30. So that 100 plus 30, 130. Again, I check 130 with 170. Here 170 is the maximum, so that I can write here 170. After that, I can add 170 with the 70 processing time of machine C, so that I can get 240. Likewise, I can arrange the sequencing time with the machine A with the job 5. So the machine A gets the job at the time of 100, because the fourth job completed at 100 minutes, so that I can give fifth job to machine A with the 100 time. 100, after the processing time 50, 100 plus 50, 150. As usual, I compare 150 to 130. 150 is the maximum, so that here I wrote like 150. After that, I add 150 plus 40, 190. After that, I compare 190 and 240. 240 is the maximum, so that I wrote here 240. 240 plus 110, I got 350. So 350 minutes processing time. And then I consider job 2 with our sequencing. Job 2 enters with machine A the time of 150th minute, because job 5 completed at 150th minute, so that the job 2 can enter it into the machine A at the time of 150 minutes. 150, and the processing time is 90. 150 plus 90, 240. And then the job, I compare 240 with the 190. The 240 is the maximum, so that machine B started for job 2 is 240. So the 240 is the entering time. After, I can add the processing time of job 2 with the machine B. 240 plus 60, I can write here 300 as the processing time. After that, I compare 300 with the 350. I can write here 350, because 350 is the maximum. After that, what is the processing time with the machine C of job 2 is 100. So 350 plus 100 is equal to 450. After completing the second job, I came with the third job, because third job is the final sequence. Third job's the processing time is 80, but in job 2 completed with the machine A is 240 minutes, so that here the job 3 enters machine A with the 240 minutes. After that, the job 3 processing time with the machine A is 80, so 240 plus 80, 320. As usual, I compare 320 with the 300. 320 is the maximum, so that I wrote here 320. After that, processing time with the machine B is 20. 320 plus 20, 340. After that, as usual, I compare 340 with the 450. 450 is the maximum, so that here I wrote 450, and then processing time with the machine C is 60. 450 plus 60 I can get 510. Likewise, I can arrange the table. Okay, arrange the table, and then finally I have to have identify the total elapsed time. According to the previous table, the total elapsed time is 510 minutes, so that the total for 5 jobs running, the total elapsed time with the 3 machine is 510 minutes. Now then second step is I should identify the idle time for every machine. For machine A, the idle time is the total processing time, total elapsed time is 510 minus, with the machine A the processing time is 320. So that 510 minus 320, I can get 190 minutes of idle time for machine A. And then idle time for machine B, how much time it waits for job intake. Yes, now you can see here initial job enters after 40 minutes only, so that I can write here 40 as the idle time of machine B, because the job after completion of the job with the machine A only, I can collect the job from machine A to machine B, so that 40 times 40 minutes, which time the machine B is waiting for job 1. So here 40 as the idle time. After that, the job is completed with 90 minutes first, and then 10 more minutes waiting for job 4. So here I wrote 10, because 100 minus 90 is equal to 10. After that, automatically the job 4 completed with the machine B is 130. After completing the machine A with the job 5 is 150. So I can get the job 5 after completing with the machine A. So 150 is the input time for machine B. Now I can subtract 150 minus 130, I can get 20, and then 240 190, 240 minus 190, I can get 50, and then finally 320 time is available with the machine A, and the machine B is stopped for machine job 2 is 300. If I subtract both the thing, I can get the 20 minutes of idle time with the machine B. For job 3, okay, 20, and then the overall processing time is 510, but machine B runs up to 340 minutes, so that after 340 minutes the machine B should be in idle, so that 510 minus 340, I can get the idle time of machine B also. So if I add all the things, 40 plus 10 plus 20 plus 50 plus 20, I can get 310 minutes of idle time with the machine B. And then what is the idle time for final machine, which is machine C? Yes, the initial time only I have the low value, which is 90. After completing the job 1 with the machine A, and after completing the machine job with the job 1 with the machine B, the 90 minutes. So up to 90 minutes the machine C waiting for job loading. So the machine C idle time is 90. So this is the procedure to identify the idle time for every machines. Now you are aware about the processing in jobs through 3 machine procedure. If you have any doubt, you may ask me through comment box.